On this week's episode of Hack 5, streaming music with Netcat, Wii Homebrew on 4.0, and Mubix visits the HakHouse with network tap analyzers. Are you guys okay back there? All that and more on this episode. Stay tuned. This episode of Hack 5 is brought to you by GoDaddy, Squarespace, Click It or Ticket, and viewers like you.
Papa Pacosaurus.
Hey, since these guys aren't paying attention, welcome to Hack 5. This is Darren, Snubs, and me, Mubix. We got an awesome show lined up for you.
Yeah, we do. What
do we got going?
Well, I will be playing with all sorts of fun stuff.
Netcat,
yeah.
Awesome.
Right. And then Shannon has the skinny on what's going on with Wii
More
4.0.
Nintendo 4.0.
4.0 can get hacked now?
Finally.
Yes.
You can hack it.
Nice.
But, we said that would keep you informed, and for all those people, because the thing is, the episode that came out when we started that series was the same exact day that Nintendo decided to release 4.0.
So you're not
Thank
screwed
you,
if you have
Nintendo.
4.0 anymore.
Thank you.
Right, so if you were like watching the show and you're like, no, I just updated, you're all good.
All right,
Yeah.
cool.
Finally.
Awesome.
And then we're doing some fun network analysis.
Yeah, we're going to take what Int80 did last week, and we're going to step it up a notch.
Oh, you're trying to show up in
Oh, definitely. He can't come on my show and show off some cool hacker stuff.
Aw,
All right. I just
crap.
want to see you guys have like a rap battle, and that'll be
Awesome.
That'll be it. You know.
No.
Now, I guess we should explain that Matt is not here because he turned into a dog and got abducted by aliens.
I thought he was
Again.
a VM.
No, he's
happened
not
again.
a virtual machine.
Oh, okay.
Matt is for real. He's not a Cylon. He actually just, like he said 2 episodes ago, he bought a house. He just came back from Florida. He was away on business. And today he's moving into his new house. We're excited for him.
Nice. Awesome.
Full
Aren't we there
sad.
helping?
He's leaving the HakHouse, but we're gonna install cams in there and set up a video wall thing.
We
It'll be
will.
like-
We
Without
will be
telling them.
stalking
Portals.
Matt with you.
Yes. So he'll be here next episode, and we should.
But I will be gone for next episode.
That's right. You will be. You're gonna be
know.
in Missouri.
I'm going back to Missouri. My brother's graduating from high school. I'm very excited for him.
Sweet.
Yay.
Hooray.
It'll be a good time.
You're not flying American, are you?
No, I am not flying American.
She's flying Canadian.
Yeah. Hey, Canada Air is nice. So, so speaking of Matt, anyway, you had a nitpick, a correction, something
okay,
you wanted
so he
because he's not here, so he no rebuttals, you know.
Oh,
So he
watch
made
out!
he made a
Watch out!
mention-
He's watching. You know he's
sniper
watching.
rifle.
Yeah.
Anyways, so he mentioned that since I'd been already in the field, that getting a job in 80 hours or less was easier for me.
You're referencing when we talked about that video that you did at
Well,
Dojo Sec.
There was a presentation
Right.
then. turned
Presentation, the video. Yeah, we talked about it a couple episodes ago. Good presentation.
So the skinny on it is that anybody can do it. It's the basics that I taught, not how or why it only took me 80 hours. It was the basics of how to go from sitting on a couch to actually getting into a job and getting on that life cycle to a career. So it just tweaked me a little bit when he said that, and I just wanted to set this.
So would you say, going from couch to IT job or in like 80 hours, why MMV?
Why MMV?
Your mileage may vary?
No.
No?
No.
No?
It really isn't.
Okay.
Because you just have to.
It doesn't require
push it.
superpowers that Mubix has?
No, hell no.
Okay.
You just have to push it correctly.
Alright.
You just apply some of the basics that I taught in the
I have a feeling part of it is social engineering.
Yes, definitely.
Okay. But hey,
There is
that's
a
how
little
I
bit of
got on this
social
show.
engineering that goes into interviews
Anything.
and things.
Social engineering goes into everything.
Yeah.
It's just varying degrees.
Yeah. It's like, do you propose
It's
at
me.
the restaurant, or do you propose while you're 1,000 feet up in a blimp, or not a blimp, but a hot air balloon? Because what are you gonna say? It's 1,000 feet down.
Hey, Paul, he's telling you how he's going to propose to you.
Shh.
Sorry.
No.
All right,
Oh,
sorry.
the bromance is coming out.
Sorry, I screwed.
Yeah,
Oh, man.
anyway.
Sorry.
Or the monkey. Well, let's see. One other thing I want to get to before we start talking about some other fun Netcat stuff. You're doing some exotics work later.
Yeah. Tomorrow I'll actually be on the Exotic Liability podcast, which is an excellent podcast by Chris Nickerson and DJ Jackalope. DJ Jackalope is the main DJ for DEF CON, and if you've ever seen Tiger Team, the show Tiger Team, Chris Nickerson and the other gentleman from that, I can't remember his name at the moment.
Yeah. They did the social engineering workshop.
Yeah, they did the social engineering workshop. Sure. But they're doing a podcast. They have 14 episodes out right now that I know of, and they're pumping them out real fast, like 3 or 4 a weekend.
Wow.
Wow, that's hardcore.
Yeah, but they're really good. They're really well done, and I'll be on recording tomorrow.
Yay!
Awesome.
I'm excited.
Cool.
I will be there. Nice.
Awesome.
Okay. Well, I think let's go get into some Netcat stuff since it will be the only cat on the set for the A block here.
Kirby out.
No cats?
Yeah. Well, Kirby decided to. Well, actually, do you want to know why? Because like Kirby doesn't want to get anywhere near this. I was gonna do some more work on this guy for this episode, and I mean, there's really not much to it. It's
He's
just
not as agile as Kirby though.
Right. It's just okay. So the HakHouse Rover, I got like some updated code and fun stuff on the back end, and then I'm still going with like trying to do it very on the cheap. So I got a 2.4 gigahertz wireless micro camera. You'll notice that this particular wireless micro camera is connected to a tether. This is actually a cat tether. Don't call me
This
Vita.
is so horrible.
I don't answer. But no, it's only 1 ounce. In my defense, it's 1 ounce because
Awesome.
I'm using. This is so cool. Lithium polymer rechargeable 9-volt batteries. These are the best. We use them in our wireless mics. They work like a champ, and they weigh like nothing. So even powered and everything, the whole setup is like 1 ounce.
So
And
if I
the
hit you with
harness
this,
is
it wouldn't hurt at
actually-
all?
Don't hit me.
The harness is actually made for cats. It's
well,
designed
it's a
for
cat
a
harness.
Yeah, it's just.
But you know, we just
strapped
decided
to
to
it.
put a wireless micro camera on it, and she was wearing it earlier today, and you know, it's
That's awesome.
put the camera on the cat, and that was fun. But no, I'm going to end up putting it on the rover and then updating the netcode, and we'll have some fun with that later. I think I'm going to integrate the Shiba plug. But I just thought I'd let you guys know
Sweet.
where that is and why Kirby was freaking out earlier today.
Shiba plug plus Kirby.
Yeah, no, Shiba plug plus. I'm not doing the Kirby mods anymore. I'm done modding the cat.
Are you going to mention the store?
The D block. So I think at this point, though, let's talk about the other cat, and that is Netcat, right?
She's going crazy.
So she does that often.
Okay.
This was actually sent in by viewers. It's an interesting technique that you can use to do cool stuff with Netcat.
Yeah, I
and
saw that
is
email.
on. Okay, yeah. It's really cool on the. So when we did Netcat, we said, hey, send us in your cool tricks.
Right.
This is one of those cool tricks. And it is using Netcat to stream MP3s using a nifty program for Linux called MPG123.
Okay.
Okay, so MPEG-123 basically just allows you to play MP3s right from the console. Dead simple. That's about it, right? And if we just do like a Netcat listen on port 1234,
You're piping it to it.
pipe it right to there. Okay, so we'll go ahead and pipe it there, right? And it's just sitting here waiting for something to happen. And since I don't have another VM setup or anything, I'm just going to do it on localhost. But what I'm doing is catting or taking a look at like dumping the contents of the Hack5 MP3, the theme song MP3 file, right into standard in, standard out, and pipe it right over to Netcat 2.127.0.0.1, the local host. So back to myself. So when I hit enter and tab right back over to my other tab here, you'll see that, oh, there we go. It's Ashley Witt, Tenhauser.com. It's the Hack5 theme. It's labeled under genre of jazz.
Jazz.
There you go. So you can pick up the MP3 at hack5.org on the wiki, and you can find out about how to set this up yourself in Netcat in our show notes, and add props for you guys for sending in techniques and stuff. We encourage that feedback at hack5.org.
Very cool. What about using steganography with that?
I think you're getting a little ahead of yourself because we are doing another hunt here soon, but that's not this episode. That's like next episode.
Oh,
but
okay.
Yeah, because I'm
Hiding stuff in
Yeah,
storms.
here's the thing about the hunts though, little FYI. Pay attention to episodes of Hack5, this one in particular. You might learn things that you can use to apply later in Easter egg hunts and win awesome stuff. So a little later we're going to be playing with this, but right now let's go ahead and head over to Shannon and see what's going on with this week's LAN party.
Hey guys, get ready because this month's LAN party is GoldenEye Source. We're playing over at ges.hack5.org on Saturday, May 30th. Get ready to own. And we would like to thank our sponsor, Squarespace. You can go over to squarespace.com, hack5lan.squarespace.com, and vote for your favorite games. And it looks like Counter-Strike's Source has got 11 votes, so who knows, maybe we'll be playing that next month. Let's go ahead and thank our sponsor.
With Squarespace, you can build beautiful websites 10 times faster than with traditional content management systems, all without touching a single line of code. Squarespace fully hosts and completely manages your website. So instead of installing, configuring, and constantly patching software and databases, you're free to focus on what's important, publishing a great website or blog using their intuitive drag-and-drop web design platform. Grab yourself a 2-week free trial in just 2 clicks over at squarespace.com and you'll see why we're so crazy about it.
Remember to go over to squarespace.com for your promo code HACK5, which will get you 10% off the life of your contract. Now later on, I'm going to be telling you guys about the Wii Homebrew on 4.0, but first, I'm going to throw it over to Mubix for some network tap analyzers.
So last week we had 80 down from dual core and we were talking about TCP extract and some fun ways to pull some cool stuff out of packet captures.
Right.
And this compelled the Mubix to come down and...
I had to show them up.
Show them, okay, fine. So let's show them up real quick.
And I'm showing them up with Windows.
With Windows even.
Yep.
You've got some cool tools to take a look at packet captures and take a look at like man-in-the-middle stuff. We've got the monkey going here in the middle. In fact, I'm connected between it and you're wirelessly hooked up to it. So I will play your noob for this segment, Mubix.
Permanently. On repeat.
Yes. Oh, come on. And so what are these tools? What are these things that are going to make like this enormous amount of data that we capture when we're doing these pen tests and this kind of stuff easier?
All right, so you can do packet captures or on-the-fly analysis with these tools. So either one will work. And we're going to start off with Wireshark. Everybody knows Wireshark.
Yeah, everybody loves Wireshark.
I mean, you just click and go, but you don't really get that good of information. Like,
What do
you
you
get
mean?
tons.
I mean,
you get awesome information, right?
Yeah. I mean,
but it's
if I just pull up a tab here.
Can't really look at it and say,
well, I mean,
there's a JPEG in there somewhere.
Well, yeah, it's like Neo and the lady in the red dress. I mean, you can't read the
I'm going to
code.
show you how to be Neo.
Okay, cool.
Awesome.
Let's get our Neo on. How do we digest this?
All right, so let's stop that for now.
Okay.
But I do want to little hammer home, and we're going to reiterate this at the end. But always get packet captures.
Oh yeah.
Because you can send them through all these tools. They all take like import packet or open packet.
Right. So you're saying if you've got your monkey at the corporate network or your pineapple at the coffee shop and you're having fun, don't just bring the fun home.
Yeah, just Wireshark it.
Yeah, just save it to a file. And
TCP dump, Wireshark, whatever you want to do. Unless you're trying to do something on the fly that might be IP specific, like cookie jumping or cookie stealing.
Yeah, okay,
like
sure, but that would require that's
other tools.
topic.
Yeah, we're talking about analysis.
Touch on that some other time. So what are these tools that allow us to easily digest these packet captures or even live info?
Okay, so the first one we're going to show you is Network Miner. Now this is a free tool. You can get it off of SourceForge, and it's 0.87 we're starting off with. It's real simple. You select the interface, either the socket or the WinPCAP, depending on if you have WinPCAP in that. So you can do this without WinPCAP on it. And we're going to go with our little ton. You hit start, and it's starting to go. The great thing about Network Miner is it has P0F integrated into it. It has something kind of like TCP extract into it. So here's all the images that it's pulling right now. You can see it's just a thumbnail.
Okay.
But you can get it.
So this extracted the image much in the same way that when 80 was down here showing us how to extract executables from the packet capture, but this isn't a GUI.
Right. And
the signature is already here.
Executables will come via on the Files tab as well. The other cool thing is this credentials thing.
Credentials?
Yeah.
All right.
So,
what kind of credentials
as you can see here, these are easy standard credentials. This is a HTTP cookie. So you can, depending on how that cookie is set up, you can sometimes steal it from home and just go and log in free.
Right. Or there are better tools for that.
Yeah. I'm just saying.
But I hear you. Okay.
Okay. The other awesome thing that Network Miner has is it pulls any DNS lookups. So when you're looking at from a forensic standpoint or an incident responder, 9 times out of 10 these days, malware is doing DNS instead of doing straight IPs, because you can block an IP real easy, but
right, just like
DNS can change on the
just
fly.
like you were showing us, you know, a few episodes back about tunneling our own stuff, like at the airport through
Right.
DNS, SSH action, so we can, you know, bypass the filters. The bad guys are as well.
So this
detects that.
Right. It says any DNS queries, what kind of query it is, what it resolved to, which is the bread and butter of it. The other cool thing is you got parameters. Anything that doesn't specifically look like a credential, it'll still pull and show you. So it might see WordPress settings right there, and then it'll see your parameters in there.
Okay, so slightly interesting data, but not sure, but
so
grab it anyway, highlight it.
Keywords, it can do keywords. So if I want to look for Darren going through the wire.
Yeah, so you can get pretty specific.
Yes, you can get very specific. Clear text.
Okay, and then this, I could put filters on it, I could, you know.
Yeah, that's what the keywords are.
Nice.
And then there's anomalies. But the other great thing is that you can just file open, you open a PCAP, here's our demo. All right, so we got an SA password for a SQL query or SQL database. So SA on SQL is like,
yeah, I mean,
so
once you've got that.
You got root.
Yeah.
The great thing about Network Miner is that when it does all this, when it extracts the file and when it extracts the image, it actually puts it inside of Network Miner's folder under the IP that it's doing it and under some folders. So I'm pointing that out for a reason. Our next tool does not do that. You have to specifically go and pick out what you want from it.
Okay, so what is our next tool?
So our next tool is an enterprise tool called Netwitness. It actually just, I think in the last few months, maybe 3 or 4 months, went free.
Ooh, I like free.
Free is good, but you have to register. Like,
okay, so you have to register.
and it's you have to put.
But this used to
very
be
specific. You have to put it in a valid email address, or you're not going to get an email.
Oh well,
to finish off the register.
Yeah.
Mailinator.com.
So, but this is enterprise level stuff. I mean, this was going for like big bucks just previously. So
and just does that too.
All right, so let's see some. I mean, I expect some whiz-bang features if it formerly was expensive.
Definitely.
All right.
Yeah, in like the $30,000 range.
Wow. Okay. So
this is like enterprise.
So let's step it up. I mean, obviously prettier interface, but that's not selling me so far. What do we got?
So we're gonna go with the demo collection again. I've already. It's called a collection inside of Netwitness.
Right, but it's basically a PCAP.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you double click. And it shows you this interface, which is kind of, what's the word?
It's like ZenMap to Nmap.
It's kind of intimidating.
Yeah.
Because I mean.
There's a lot of info in here.
There is.
But I see lots of, graphical goodness, so.
I like that credit cards.txt though.
Yeah, that looks good.
It says
so
an attachment, and it has a little image.
So, for example, if somebody emailed someone with an attachment with credit cards.txt, it would.
Right. So the numbers next to it is how many times it occurred. The link on this specific item lets you drill down.
Okay.
So say we want to look at all the JPEGs. Now it shows a drilled down image so that we can see, okay, they all came from source 10.21. They all went to destination 64, whatever. But let's go back real quick. And let's look back at that credit cards.txt.
Okay.
Now the one next to it, this is the cool feature that I like. All right, so you can actually see a full re-image of this email that was sent to from subject, just as if you were looking at a real email.
Nice. I like the ability to reconstruct it and see it how the viewer saw it.
So down at the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
No. Well, okay, so that's the deal.
Yeah,
there's the attachments right there. Credit cards.txt. How would you like to open it? So you have some options on how you like to open the file, and let's just open it in our default.
And there we go.
And there we go. All the credit cards.
For all those idiots that email each other with
credit card information.
Yeah, credit card information attached. Beautiful.
So, one of the more difficult features is the live capture, and it's only difficult because they kind of hide the option. I mean, it's not anywhere.
Right, because right now we're just playing with the demo thing, but you're saying that we could just turn this on and see the same kind of information in the same kind of gooey fashion with all the the big blinding headlights saying, "This is the good stuff. I found the the Pop3 account or whatever." So how do we see this live? I mean, we have the monkey going.
Right.
Can we just sniff into the monkey?
You're scaring me.
Okay.
All right. So you kind of think, okay, let's just do this. start a new collection, and
All
just call it Hack5 Demo. Bam. Connect to it since it's a local connection. But nothing's happening. So you kind of look around for hours on end trying to figure out how to get it. So how to actually get it started is go to View, Capture Bar.
Okay.
So this Capture Bar, you click it and it pulls up a bar down here. Say you want to send it to Hack5 Demo. But before that, make sure you set in your options under Capture. You got to make sure you have the correct adapter set.
And there's our tap Win32 adapter from the Interceptor.
So while we're still in the options, I kind of want to show you something.
Yeah.
Application parsers. Look at all these things that it can parse through.
So it knows these by default. We don't have to create any signatures.
Yeah. So this is the strong part of Netwitness. It knows more signatures.
This is your $30,000 right here.
Right. So you look at this and it's got everything. And even audio codecs.
No way. So like
you got a
VoIP
call, you got a VoIP call, Skype call. If
Yeah.
you see a Skype call go over, you can double click and play it back.
Nice. Or lots of like probably
As
GSM
long
codecs.
as you have kind of you have to have the whole capture of it.
Oh really? From beginning to end of file.
Yeah.
Okay.
For a Skype call because it's encrypted.
Because with the handshake and the fun stuff.
Yeah.
I hear you.
But a VoIP phone or a VoIP call you can get anywhere in between.
Nice.
So these are all the codecs, and you can actually extend this because this is based on your codecs on your box.
Oh, okay. So if you have the codec, it will show up.
Right.
All right.
Okay. So we got our adapter set, and we're gonna hit OK. We're gonna go down to this. Start. Bada bing, bada boom. You start
All
sending
right.
stuff.
So if I just log over to the forums and let me just log in here with my forum account. And since it's live, you should see it already.
It doesn't actually show up until you're done capturing.
Oh, okay. So we have to stop the capture. So really, you can't see it like populate as it's.
Nope.
No. Okay. Well.
So another down point,
But here's the thing, right? You could be running multiple. I mean, you could have this on one box doing this. You could have Wireshark in another doing live. You could have Network Miner running live as well. So there's no reason why we have to just use this.
So let's stop that. It'll analyze the 110 packets that it's gone through. We double click and we got all our cool stuff.
Okay. So does it really highlight the goodies though? Oh, user account. Our
Yes.
Wolf, that's me. All right.
It does highlight the goodies.
You can actually see the page and
So
everything.
Here's the get. You wanna put together the page?
Oh, hey, look at there. That's it.
Yep. Password, lane password. There you go. So view in web. It should show it.
I don't know, man. It might require some sort of session stuff.
There it is.
Oh, yeah. That would be the HTML. But, of course, all of those images are cached, so it's not really showing up that pretty. But, yeah, that's so cool. I mean, I like the idea of being able to easily digest all of that, just so much packets, man.
Yeah.
It's like, when I go on fun expeditions with a pineapple or a monkey or something, and I have fun while I'm there, and I never really think to take it home and really analyze it, because I'm sure there's just so much going through the wire that there's no way you're going to see it all. In fact, it's probably going to lead to so many other fun attacks that include social engineering, Maltego, like you name it.
Right. So my best practice is to actually just go Wireshark, capture it, TCP dump, however you want to do it. You just get on and dump the packet.
Get a PCAP.
Get
rule
a PCAP.
number one.
Rule number one. Rule number two, use all your tools. Use TCP extract. I got to give up to N80. I hate TCP extract.
He was able to work the mojo,
Yeah, he did.
in Linux too. Are these cross-platform?
No.
Oh, okay.
Both are Windows only.
I see.
There just isn't.
But like you said, there's no reason why you should just put yourself in a little box where you only use certain tools. Because if these are good and they run on Windows, why don't you just run Windows, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I hear you.
So run your PCAP through EtherCap. EtherCap can take PCAPs, run it through Netwitness, run it through Network Miner. They all get different results. No one gets it right. And if you just do one of them, you're missing something. So definitely just go with the PCAP and work from there unless you're trying to do something live.
Mubix, as always, man. You impress me with your tools, like all the time. Like, you still doing the tools thing over at Room362?
Of course.
Highlighting all that. That's where you
2009 coming out soon.
Nice. That's where you got to get the good stuff. Room362.com, Rob. Thanks so much. Now listen, you like trivia, like the Easter egg hunt stuff? We got a fun one.
You gotta step it up, man.
Well, no, we've got another Easter egg hunt coming up right now. But first, we have another contest. It's kind of a little geeky, fun, artistic stuff. And let's head over to Shannon and see what's going on with this week's trivia.
Last week's trivia was, 80 got his start at Nonicon 3. What 3 Cincinnati 2600 members went with him? And you could find the answer over at the dualcoremusic.com website in one of the Lost Reality songs. The answer was Vom, Remington Fords, and Anonymous. And this was correctly answered by Matt. Yay, Matt! Congratulations. Not our Matt, but another Matt, just FYI. Matt is winning the signed copy of Lost Reality by Dualcore, and you can find more of Dualcore's music over at dualcoremusic.com. And I would like to thank our sponsor, GoDaddy. If you want to make an impact online, GoDaddy.com has what you need. .com names as low as $1.99 plus world-class hosting, fast and easy website builders, and much more. And if you go over to revision3.com/GoDaddy, you can check out all 7 of our Hack5 promo codes for GoDaddy. This week's contest is Map Your Network. You can use Glyphy or your favorite editor. It doesn't matter. Whoever has the most creative LAN will win Hack Shop gear. It's brand new for everybody. You can go over to hack5.org/yourlan to enter your submission. Next up, I'm going to tell you about some Nintendo hacking. Woo.
Here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go.
Do you know regular seatbelt use can pretty much save you from any kind of fatality in a motor vehicle crash? And still, 1 in 5 Americans don't do it. They don't put on their seatbelt. You can actually increase your odds of survival, actual survival in a crash by nearly 80% just by putting on your seatbelt. I mean, what? It takes like 30 seconds? Remember, seatbelts save lives. And if you want to save your own life, go to www.nhtsa.gov.
Wii Homebrew 4.0. That's what I've been excited about. Ever since we started the whole Wii homebrew hacking series, at the same time that Nintendo decided to, give it SDHC support and like all bunch of like cool new features with the 4.0 system menu.
We have been waiting for some sort of Twilight hack for Wii 4.0.
Yeah, they killed Twilight hack with the
that was
4.0.
horrible.
So RIP, tip it for my homies. But what do we have now?
One just came out. Yay! It's called Banner Bomb.
Okay.
Pretty much basically the Twilight hack for 4.0, and it's super, super simple. You just have to have an SD card, and then you put a zip file onto the SD card. You get your, what's it called, boot.dol or elf.
Right.
And then put that into the root. You go to your Wii, and you just go over to the SD menu.
Yeah, sure, open options.
Insert your card, and it starts installing it automatically.
Whoa, no game.
Right, yeah, that's the beautiful thing.
No game.
People had to own.
That's all it does.
Yeah, you don't have to own Zelda.
No, you don't have to get it. You don't have to put in the Zelda disc. You don't have to walk backwards as Link. All you have to do is go to this SD menu, and it starts up.
Cool, and we've got notes in the instructions in the show notes on where to get the file, how to put it in there, and stuff like that.
Really
cool.
easy instructions. I haven't tested it myself because we both have the 3.0 versions.
But this will still work on 3.0s, right?
Really?
So
That is what they are saying.
So if you haven't
Awesome.
updated and you don't have the Twilight Princess game,
So update or not,
Or
and
not.
then hack it.
bam.
Homebrew for the win.
Now they are saying there's still some difficulties, there's still a couple of bugs because this Banner Bomb is brand new. So, it freezes and things happen with it with certain Wiis.
So is there like a certain version of the Banner Bomb we have to use?
There are different versions of it for each kind of Wii that they've been coming out with simultaneously as they figure out these new bugs. They say that you need to start with a certain one, which is at like the top of the list on the site, and then work your way down. If the first one doesn't work, try the next one, try the next one, try the next one.
So I got a question. Is there any chance of bricking?
Possibly.
Oh.
So
Everything I've read has said like it's just gonna freeze your Wii and just to try the next one.
I'm glad you brought that up. See, BootMe Beta.
Yeah.
BootMe Beta 1 also just came out on the, what's it called, the HackMe version 0.1.
Right, we talked about this before. It's basically the bootloader that starts before the Nintendo system menu and allows you to run Homebrew before you even boot up Nintendo's.
Okay.
You know, it's like dual booting your Wii.
The problem with this, though, is it's only been tested on 10 Wiis. Only been tested on 10 Wiis before they actually brought it out into the public. And they said, hey, have at it. But the thing with this one, the thing with this new HackMe with the BootMe on it, is that they've made it so that it runs so well and it tests so many things before it actually installs that if there is anything about your Wii that will make it not install or will make it possibly brick, it won't install. It'll just stop. It just won't work. So there are certain Wiis that it's not going to work on, but you know, it might work on yours, so it's worth a try, especially if you have 4.0.
Yeah.
Okay, so stay away from BootMe.
Well, you know, try BootMe at your own risk. We're a little reserved.
Try BootMe at your own risk. Right now, I'm a little reserved. They do mention, you know, they think it works, but there are bugs. There might be, you know, some bugs in the installer. There's still a lot of stuff that's incomplete after you do get it installed. So I'm thinking I'm just going to wait until the next version of it comes out, just in case, you know?
Yeah,
I don't want to brick my Wii.
Since both of our Wiis, your Wii and my Wii, we both have hacked using the Twilight Princess hack and all that stuff. There's no real incentive.
Yeah, they say if you upgrade to 4.0, you're still going to have the Homebrew channel on your Wii.
Oh, that's cool.
There's no point in us trying to
rehack it.
Do it again, unless there's a way to get Homebrew channel off of our Wii in the first place.
I don't know if there's like a factory restore, so there's no easy way for us to like get video footage of this for you guys because we've already hacked it. But you know, maybe we can. Maybe there's some sort of restore. But if you guys know, hit us up. I think it's a really cool fact that we can just do Homebrew even on the old version without Twilight
pretty much
Princess.
Now, no matter what kind of version of the Wii that you have, you can install the Homebrew channel.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's the cool thing about this coming out.
So you could go buy a Wii. You could buy a Wii tomorrow, right? You could never buy a game for it ever. You could use this to put Homebrew on it, and you know what? Nintendo would still make money because they don't lose it on the console.
So where can people find out more information about 4.0 hacks?
You can go over to the hackme.com website. I think it's .com. I'm not sure.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
And
I'm sure you'll have it in your show notes, right?
Yeah, I'll have this in my show notes. There's bannerbomb.qid.us.
Okay.
You can go over there for the banner bomb information. And I'm also going to have all the show notes in snubsy.com and in our show notes, hack5.org.
Yeah. And I
show notes now.
I love the fact that, we do.
We actually do show notes.
Yeah, sometimes they're very tedious. So, I love the fact that it's just an exploit of the banner image, right? So it's a buffer overflow right in the, I mean, that's cool.
Yeah, Darren had to explain this to me because I was just like,
dude, buffer overflows for the win. Listen, I could explain, but if you had like a glass right here, I could explain buffer overflows.
Right.
Here,
wait, here's the glass.
Yeah, so yeah, buffer overflows. It goes like this. And she was about to overflow.
Overflow. Yeah.
All right. So, wow, there's so much going on. Mubix, tell us what's going on in your life because there's so many fun things happening.
You know, I'm always the.
Makes you good.
I don't know if you've ever seen Ed Smiley on. He's like, dude, this guy does so much. I don't know how he jams it in.
Get this man a whiteboard.
So I'm actually doing the DEF CON tools. If you go over to defcon.org and go under tools, all the tools from every con, we're making an archive of them.
Okay.
So you'll be able to download them. A lot of the tools either disappear right after the con or are only up for a little while or get upgraded and they don't work or whatever. So
or somebody's giving a presentation and they happen to have an address bar that shows the web server, and then while everybody's watching the presentation, they're downloading the tool that person wasn't planning on releasing. You know what I'm talking about.
I don't know what you're talking about.
ShmooCon. Anyway, yeah.
Yes.
So, so DEF CON tools. Let's see. Oh, of course, TourCamp.
Yes.
So TourCamp is coming up. It's an awesome conference. This is first year. It's in a nuclear silo in Washington.
Mm-hmm. So you're going to come back glowing green?
Dude, I was glowing green after the Marine Corps.
All right.
That is going to be so badass.
But it's basically a camping trip, and I'm actually doing a workshop there, and it's all about the art of The title is The Art of Pivot and Persistence. And I'm going with Carlos Perez, who's another researcher, security researcher out there, does awesome interpreter scripts for Metasploit.
So you're doing a whole workshop?
We're doing
like
a whole day
everything?
workshop showing them how to take, okay, great, you got shell on one box. What now? And we go from domain administrator, start there, you know, it's easy to go from there, all the way down to you're a web surfer on the internet.
Okay.
And show you how to own the company.
So owning from root all the way from down to guest.
Yep.
Sweet. I love that. That's lots of privilege escalation. You
Yes.
know?
That could be fun.
Yeah.
So we're gonna jam a whole. We initially had 2 days worth, and we're jamming it all in one day.
That's amazing.
So-
I really wish we could go to this in the missile silo.
You can
Ari's
go.
putting this on. It's
I
on
don't
the
have
it's
any
on the
more
4th of
vacation days.
July. Yeah, that's true.
So I've heard there's rumors of me actually giving away some hints on Hack 5 later on.
I
don't know.
This. All right. Anyway, don't message Mubix on ICQ. He's not gonna help you. We also want to let you know about some other fun stuff that's been going on here at the HakHouse.
We actually have some very awesome news over at the HakHouse. Oh, the Hack Shop is now open.
Finally.
Oh yeah, finally. I know, everybody's been craving it. We finally got it for you. You can grab stickers, we have shot glasses, we have some really snuggly, really nice
Grab it while it's
t-shirts.
hot too, because you don't have that many
Yeah.
shot glasses anymore, right?
Yeah, those are going to be.
We are running
they're gonna
low
be
on the
gone
shot
by the time
glasses,
this
that
airs.
is true.
If
Oh, yeah.
not, just
We're
grab
also
them real quick.
we are also selling those pineapples over there, which you
Yeah,
can't
I'm not
see
a
on that
Yeah, that's
TV.
fine. But pineapples and monkeys and all sorts of fun stuff. But I mean, wrestled with the code for the longest time, got something beautiful working, beta
Yep.
testing it.
And it's over at hack5.org/hackshop.
There we go. I also want to let you know, guys, that Revision 3 just launched a new show called Raffle. I know what you're
And
thinking.
it's awesome.
Raffle.
LMAO, BBQ, right? So anyway, if you like
BBL.
stand-up comedy, you're gonna love this because it's like the big roundup of like the best comedy from around the
Really?
world. Yeah,
It's great, yeah.
And it's just like
It's
bam,
like
bam,
little
bam.
snippets from all of these really good comedians. It is some
Awesome.
of their like best stand-ups.
You know,
it's
I
great.
missed that from Comedy Central. Comedy Central used to have
Yes.
like a podcast where they did it once in a blue
but-
moon.
But Comedy Central is old media, or
Sorry,
otherwise
so
known
I'll just
as
leave now because obviously
dirty media. So anyway, check it out. It's at revision3.com on Mondays. Support
Dirty.
new media. That's where it's at.
Yay.
So that's pretty much it from us here at Hack 5. We are stoked to be, coming into your den there, your lair, your on the side of the road stealing Wi-Fi. And that's totally cool. All right. So anyway,
I'll see you in 2 weeks.
and I will see you next week. And Mubix, you should come back on Dim Dim or something. That'd be
Okay,
fun. All right.
definitely.
Yeah. And Matt will be here next week. So we will virtualize him into the HakHouse.
unvirtualize them. We already had him as a
Yeah.
VM.
All right.
Okay, so you can find me at room362.com. I have this cool website called Mubix Links, mubix.blogspot.com. Just all the cool stuff that I find across the web. Twitter.com/Mubix.
At Snubs.
@Snubs.
Hack 5
Darren.
Kirby. There we go.
Hack5 Kirby, where Hack5 Paul?
Yeah.
Paul's on?
Totally,
Nice.
yeah.
I didn't know you were on Twitter.
Yeah. He's
Awesome.
like
Everybody's on
pressing-
Twitter.
Yeah, he's like, he's like switching cameras for these dumb Fs again. Anyway.
All right, so we here at the HakHouse would always like to remind you. Damn it, I forgot.
Do you know the last part though?
Lust?
I
I
know
love
the
lust.
last 4 words. Come on.
Oh,
Just say it
trust
so we can
your
get this
techno
done.
lust.
It's GTFO, OMG, WTF, BBQ.
BBL?
Yeah.
This week we are having a contest instead of our trivia. We want you to build an image of your network.
It's on.
If it's the most creative network, you will win some awesome Hack 5 gear. And a Mubix. Mubix will actually come to your house and live with you. So you know you want this. You want it bad. It's better than the Hack 5 network.
about beans every day. Beans are an excellent source of protein. I love beans, stinky doot.